Hey guys, so let me just go ahead and tweet live now. Yeah, let's go back here to profile. Just retweet it really quickly. Retweet. Live now. All right. Hey, thanks whoever's there for logging in. So I want to just go ahead and get started really quickly. We've got the Trade Ideas test drive coming up, and you can use the software for 2 weeks at 99% off the price. For the premium, it's usually $228 a month. So why not try it out for 2 trading weeks just for $9? If you like it, you can always use CarPay Profit 15 for 15% off if you want to do that, but definitely check it out. I use this tool every single morning, and I recommend it to other traders because it just makes trading that much easier. Also, with the Modern Trader Summit, that is coming up July 12th and 13th in Philadelphia. It is on sale now until February 1st. So you guys have 6 more days to go ahead and lock in $100 savings off each ticket. It is going to be a 2-day event this year. We are going to have live trading on the second morning. So check that out, and you guys must see this video I posted on Friday. Look at all these dark pool prints, 51 million. So check that out and look at it, and you are going to just, your mind is going to be blown. It's the last one that I posted before today. And then if you guys want to learn more about the dark pools and trading around them, which has really changed my life, I learned about it back in 2017. I now work with Stephanie Cameraman at the Stock Whisperer Trading Company, but you guys want to check out the boot camp. This is where to go for absolute how to trade and also trading around the dark pool. This will totally pay yourself back the cost. I went through the Timothy Sykes program, and it was great, but it was a lot of self-study. This is 70 hours of intensive. 1 week is 35 hours. You have a week off, and then another week. It is live. However, if you're not able to be there live, you can watch the recordings. You can always shoot in emails, but this is the place to go really for rebooting your trading if you're not a successful trader and you really want to go ahead and profit and trade around the dark pool, like those 51 million prints that we saw on the SPY, which we knew that this big move was coming. So don't you want to be in the know for when big moves like this happen? Definitely check that out. All right, enough of all that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining me today. I see we've got 5 live at the moment. Hopefully we get some more. If you guys have any questions at all while we are doing this, go ahead and just pop them up in the chat. I do see it there. Quick question for you guys is, can you guys hear me okay? I always like to do that housekeeping before we get going. Let me delete this off of here. Hey, Bat Scientist, awesome. I know you would tell me if you could not hear me, so thanks for being there. So let's go ahead and get into the SPY. So we saw major dark pool prints right here, and this is now really the 3rd correction that I've been working with Stephanie in the Java Pit trading room, and we saw these dark pool prints coming in. And actually on Tuesday I was like, hey Stephanie, you got to check this out. I think we might need to get people ready because we're starting to see these prints and they're starting to get heavier, so maybe we should look at this. Yeah, we had the pullback on Thursday, up higher pretty much at the top of the year, right, since December, where we saw buying way back here. So, and we also had a crazy headline. You got to check out that video. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just check out that video. And then it went ahead and we dropped, right? So now we're down here. We're at the 15 EMA. We've got the 21 and the 20 simple down here. So feeling bearish on the market. We could have a bit of an upside move. We closed at 328. We might go up $1 before we come back down. And then, I'd say we're probably going to test this trend line here, 325 this week. But it's never straight up or it's never straight down. So you want to go ahead and be prepared. Like when it's trading on air away from the averages. Many times it comes back to them, and then it's just like a rubber band effect, right? When you extend that rubber band out, it goes ahead and it comes back. So when you start to see that it's really far away from these averages, it tends to come back, and then it might gain some more momentum. You start to see a bit of consolidation, like in here, it goes up and then it comes back again, up, back, and then up, and consolidation, 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 boom, they laid their position, right? So looking at all that, feeling bearish on the SPY right now. Let's look at NASDAQ. Oh, thanks, Marco. Yeah, headed out to a birthday party with my little ones, so doing it live. Same thing with the NASDAQ, right? So the QQQ came up. We had a bearish signal right here. Again, another consolidation day. Opened up higher, great intel, had some great earnings, boom, came back down. We might bounce up a little bit, I'd say maybe like 80 cents, and then pulling back down. Hey, honey, can you please get Santa? And then next one, going down on the averages, we have the Russell. So the Russell came up, it hit highs on January 17th, and then it started to pull back down here. Big down day on Friday, back down to 164.23. So big move there for the Russell. You can see that's pretty much the biggest candlestick since we had, I'd say, back around here, November 25th. All right, let's go ahead and get into the potential longs. If you guys have been following me, then you know that I used to have my Series 7. If you are new to following me, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can get awesome videos like this. Also, I used to have my Series 7 back in 2000. I was licensed broker to deal with other people's money. However, I was just an assistant to brokers, right? But I had the SEC classification that I was a broker. So I did have that. However, it is not current. So these are all my personal opinions. Please keep that in mind and know that there are varying degrees of risks in trading any sort of securities instrument. And please do your due diligence prior to trading and trade with proper risk management. Okay? So getting into it, first on the potential long list, we have Intel here. I haven't done my supports and resistance because I want to do it live for you guys, okay? So here we go. Again, we had earnings, and it had earnings on Thursday, great day, up day, after hours, and then Friday, great day. It consolidated a bit here, so I would look for more of a continuation. Many times we see 3 days with that trade day plus 2 days for settlement before we start to see a sell-off. And actually, I'm going to lift it right up here. You can see that we had consolidation of 15, 30, 45 minutes, an hour, hour and 15, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes where it could not break 69. So 69.03 is going to be our resistance, and then 67.75 down here for support. Okay? It does have 4.5 billion in the float, and it was 59% short volume. Next potential long is LUV Airlines. Let's just remove any drawings that we have there. So LUV also had earnings on Thursday. We're going to go ahead and put a point of support right here that acted as resistance in the past. Many times you'll see that that will turn into a support level in the past. You want that for confirmation, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and put it up here a bit higher. I'm going to go ahead and put it up at 50. Let me change the settings here. 5680. That nice number up there. Many times you'll see that it'll hit the 80 point and it will find resistance and come back down, right? See, just like our support levels right here at 55.78. So 56.80, giving it $1. When we look back at it on the yearly chart, we are not at 52-week high breakout right here, but look at that. Isn't that cool how that was a resistance point in the past? So looking for that to be a resistance to be broken, and then potentially up to 57.76. It likes that 80 cents for LUV. And then if we can break above 58.33 up to 58.50, and then boom, potentially off to the races. Oh, my pleasure, Arky. Thank you guys for reaching out and saying thank you. You know what? When you guys contribute and ask questions, it helps everybody that's out there. So also, if you guys have questions, let me know as well, right? Because if you have a question, more than likely somebody else has that question too. Okay, so we've got it here for EATH. So we've got 52-week high breakout, right? So it came up, it pulled back, it hit the 130 mark, then it came back down 120, 120.50. I would look for support, and then 125. This one looks like it likes to trade off of the $5 increments, right, when you're looking at it. So looking at that area, would really look for a breakout to hold above 129.20. Right, so first level of resistance to be broken for an upward move would be 125 in my opinion, and then 129.18, and then after that, when we look at it on the yearly, 5 years, let's see, this is an all-time breakout, right? So 111.51, giant, if it had an upside over here, cup and handle, but we're breaking out, right? And we had the earnings, it was back here in October, so earnings is probably coming up this upcoming week, just keeping it on watch, right? But massive up day, so gap there, went ahead and broke up that off of that 52-week high and came up, had some selling behind it, but looking for it to potentially continue up since we did have that upside. Keeping it on watch. All right, Luis. Yeah, I'll look at Ulta, Yum, Ulta, and Disney later after I get through my list, okay? All right, so team, you can see this one was on my list. I also do a watch list every day that's similar to this. It is not live, however, I do have a subscription for it, and if you sign up this weekend and you use Investor, you can get 20% off of that watch list and get access to it. I do update it every morning, 8:30. I have it on my website, and then by 9 o'clock all the details are in. So somewhat like this, I give you the stocks, and then half an hour later all the levels. All right, so 143.66 for team for support. Look at that, once, twice, 3 times that acted as support, and resistance up here, 148.10. It sold off here, and sold off here. So looking for that momentum trade, long bullish above 148.10, and then if we go below 143.66, potential short there, down to, I would say, 140.66, because it looks like there were some buyers there, and then below that we would have a gap to the downside. I forgot to tell you, with LUV, it is 524 million in the float, 65% short volume. eHealth was 21.5 million in the float, so that's pretty low float, 40% short volume on Friday. And then team here is 120 million. Hi, Gloria, or Gioria, sorry. 120 million in the float, 55% short volume. And then the last one on our potential long list here is going to be CBB, Cincinnati Bell. Let me just remove any other drawings on it. And this is TradingView, guys. I love it because TradingView is cloud-based, and I can see these charts the exact same on my cell phone as well. So if you guys want that, and it's also a free service, you can pay for it, and they also have paper trading down here if you guys want to get into paper trading. So it's all free if you're brand new and you want a paper trading site. They only do stocks though. All right, CBB Bell. So you can see right here, support, look at how that held pretty much all day, and resistance came up. Here was almost like a head and shoulders on an angle like that, right? So we have one shoulder, head, and then still in that upward motion. So looking for a break above 1394 and a breakdown of 1361. This was 62% short volume and 47 million in the float. All right. Now, you might be saying, Jane, Apple's doing so well. Why on earth would you have Apple as a potential short? Because the market is going down at the moment, and it looks like they might have ripped it to new highs just to pull people in to go ahead and break down, right? So you can see how many days did it really oscillate between these two areas, right? This acted as resistance in the past, the 319.45, and then 319.25 went ahead and, hold on, this isn't 319.45, 317.50 and 319.25 area. So between that area, we've had 1, 2, this broke up above, and then 3 days, that was support again. So looking for a breakdown, actually I might go ahead and move that down a little bit further, looking at this daily chart here. I would look at a support of 316.86. for Apple, and a resistance of 319.23. Let's look at it on the yearly chart. So this is the first of our shorts. Look at that. Sure enough, look at how that was resistance back here, resistance, we broke above, new resistance set up, and then we have this area right here with this candlestick. This one has not started to curl over like the other indexes. However, it is a major holding in NASDAQ. So when we look back at it, NASDAQ just had that curl over. So Apple might be on its way as well. We'll see. It is 12%, and pretty much we also have earnings coming up. So be cautious of that. I would not recommend trading through earnings, up to earnings, and then after earnings, but not holding overnight, because that's really going to be a gamble. Apple percentage short. You know what? I didn't look it up, but let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you volume. Hold on. Shortvolumes.com. There we go. 59% short for you, Marco. This is where I go ahead and I get that information. So the short volumes is going to be the volume from the prior day that is short, that's reported to FINRA, which is different from the short float. That is reported pretty much a month late, and it's really old data. I figured that out. So I really like short volumes. There you go, Marco. All right, next potential short, Facebook. So Facebook's right here, potential short. Let's get rid of all the drawings here, and let's draw some fresh, right? Looks like right here we had it as support, support, resistance, resistance. So looking for a breakout above, if it wants to break up on us, 218.15 and a breakdown of 216.38, right? We look back on the year. Here we go. We have a bit of a gap right there, came down, filled the gap, bounced up. However, the averages are starting to curl over just like the indexes. We might see that next major move down to the 209 area right here at the top of this candle, 209.30. So we might have a nice $8 move to the downside coming up over this week, not necessarily one trade. However, caution again, the earnings is coming up on the 29th. So do be aware of that in your trading. Trade up to it, but not holding it overnight, as that is a gamble. Okay. XOM, ExxonMobil. Go ahead and just move these down here. So ExxonMobil also has earnings coming up. We are in earnings season. Earnings season can rock. And right here, you can see we'll find the support right down here, $66. 66.04 is what we had, but I put 66. Like that round number. A lot of people do like that round number for buying in or selling off as well. So 66 for support and 66.35 for resistance to the upside here. And when we look back at it on the year, sure enough, everything has just been sort of dropping down ever since the 23rd of April. Trump has done a great job of building up oil supplies in the US, dropping the prices of oil around the world. So this might be a continuation coming down. We do have 52-week lows for this year, and it looks like this was a support. How low did that go here? 66.55. So it's actually below the low. This is the low of the 5 years. So this could be a further downturn of oil. All right. Arch coal, same scenario. We have all this increase of natural gas and oil, and it has resulted in 52-week lows for many oil stocks, as well as the oil stocks, as well as coal and natural gas, right? So looking at it, we've got this range here. Happen to draw that down there after using the weekly chart, but here, let's see. So a resistance of 58.80 and support, I love this software, it's great, of 55.56 right there for Arch coal. And I forgot to give you guys the float amounts, but Arch is lower float, and the next one MCS as well. It's all going to be on my Instagram and Twitter. I'll post up the image for you guys so you can see it. And then final potential short, MCS, right? Marcus Corp. Again, another 52-week low breakdown. So looking at 29.80 area again, you can see how that just happens to repeat itself over and over. And 30. So that's a pretty tight range, 20 cents. But when we look back on the yearly chart, Again, this one is just coming down, consumer services area, it's looking a bit oversold. Let's see, where were we a year ago? We were up here, and what happened after earnings, right? After earnings, they didn't announce their earnings until February 21st, but it went up from there. But when we look back at last January, look at what happened. Boom, it just tanked down until about the first week of February, till the 7th. So might be that same thing this year. All right, also my potential longs, LUV, gold, and silver. Look at this, we've got like a cup and a bit of a handle going on. If we want to do the measurements there for potential targets, right, we can go here up to here. Why is it moving over like that? Up to, I want it up to this candlestick. So 1139, and we are, we'll call this 148.51. So we'll say 1140 plus 148.50, so 159.80. 159.80 potential target for that cup and handle all the way up here. So we'll see about that. And then silver as well. So silver's been downward trending here. We had a bit of a downtrend. Let's draw that trend line. We've also got one going right here. So let's do this. Oops, I don't want it up there, but we'll change it really quickly. Right here. So this one has not broken out just yet. However, we are getting very close. So keep a watch for this one to break out. Much like this, we saw that it had big volume right there at the trend line. So look, always look at the volume on the bottom. That's going to be what's driving the price action. Where's that volume going? Is it buying or is it selling volume? Supply and demand of economics, right? If you have a large amount of selling volume, it should be going down. If you have a large amount of buying volume, it should be going up. So watching for that. All right, and you guys had a question, Luis had a question about YUM. Luis, do you have trades on in these already, or are you looking to trade them? YUM looks like if it could break above 106.50, that it might have a potential move up to 108 area, 108.80. And then Alta, because they usually like to fill the gaps. Same scenario. If Alta could break up above 282.73, might have that potential move up to 319. Earnings is going to be on the, so this might have a, if it can hold right here, if it can hold this green cross line and then continue up and break out above, we might see that gap fill to the upside for Alta. But right now it's coming down, right? This is the 200 simple moving average. This is the 50. It is curling up. However, the shorter term exponential moving averages have started to curl over. So it's in a bit of a bearish movement right now, unless this could hold a support. And we've had about 4 days of consolidation right here, in my opinion. All right. And then Disney. So Disney had those amazing earnings. I am actually, with everything going on with the coronavirus, it always makes me think of Corona and Lime for some reason. But looking at it, you can see I've got a bit of a downward trend here. We could also draw another one right here, right? And let's just extend this out. Extend right. Oh, cancel. It's on the wrong one. I want this one and the settings on that one. So if we can go ahead and extend this, extend the lines. We just broke down out of this downward trend, so it might come back up and test it. If it fails, it could be further to the downside, and it's bouncing off of this, these two moving averages. It might come down and test 138, and we do have earnings coming up on February 4th. So in my opinion, it's looking a bit bearish. Did bounce off of the support back here. If it breaks that support of 139.50, potentially down to 138 area, and then maybe down to the support over here of 137. All right. So that's just my opinion looking at those charts, but don't have any positions in on them or anything like that. So just my thoughts on it, and not any recommendations by any chance. just how I am assessing the chart. And also, I don't know if you guys know, if anybody's interested, there is a CMT video about chartered market technicians that I did. I'm actually going to be working on that myself because I love technical analysis. And there are not that many women in the CMT world, roughly 9%, just like in day trading world. So looking to maybe get into that, do some consulting as well, because I absolutely love the technical analysis of charts and the market. So have a great week ahead. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your friends with time with friends and family. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always email me at jane@cjanetrade.com. And if you really want to learn about the dark pools, you can also shoot me a message at jane@thedarkpools.com, and I will see the best way that we can help you learn about it, because it has honestly changed my viewpoint on trading. And the market is 100% manipulated, and you should be in the know on how they're manipulating it. All right, have a great week. Bye.